What's up, everybody? We are back again. Hello, Twitch, hello, YouTube. We are back. Let's get it. All right, let's go ahead and turn this. All right. It is actually raining a decent amount outside, so we decided not to go visit Mom, even though we wanted to. We're gonna see about tomorrow. She lives, you know, a pretty fair distance away along some pretty windy roads too. Wanted to be safe. All right. Chat messages. Others. Okay. Chat's working right now. So, well, hopefully you guys are all having a good one. We are back again. We're going to be working on this build some more. I got to see. We need amulets. We need to break down amulets. Set amulets. Hey, what up, Shining? How you doing, bro? Welcome back. I think we're good off of relics. We are back again working on this build. Let's work on some chest armor. What are you up to today, good sir? I feel like I'm doing actually, like, yeah, like I got a pretty decent belt, so I'm not too worried about that. There's some body armors. Oh yeah, we need one-handed swords. Okay, cool. One-handed kill a shade of Orbish. Sure, but I like this one better. Kill a boss. Martin? Yeah, we can go. I feel like this build's actually doing pretty well, all things considering. We just need much better gear. And I think that's going to be the limit. Like, the build itself, I think is going to do very well. But it's going to really depend on if you can craft gear. You're not going to be able to just take a unique, get a guaranteed slam on there. This entire build's going to be based around. It's going to be based around your crafting. Like what can you craft? Like if you can craft some pretty sick weapons. I mean, look at this stuff. Some of this stuff is not the greatest. So, you know, and also I'm going to need a lot of shards. But brother, I'm telling you, man, we get so much value out of this ring. What build is this? This is Time Rot Hammers. We're using the Legends Entwined primordial unique ring that was added into the game. So we get +4 to all attributes and +4 to all resistances per complete set. And we also get +1 to all skills per complete set, attack and cast speed. And this ring acts like a Royal Ring of Grandeur from Diablo 3. Essentially, it'll act as a piece of any set in the game. If you put, so like right here, we got 2 pieces to the Forgotten Knight set. This acts as the 3rd piece, right? So then we get the full 3 set bonus, more damage, more void damage per stack of Time Rot on the enemy, void pin with Time Rot, right? And then right here, we got 2 pieces of the Invoker set. I need to craft one, right? So with this right here, with this ring, it's going to be better to seal that affix, right? Just seal a tier 1. That way it can count. So now, obviously, we're not really using the pieces of the like Invokers doesn't really do anything for us, right? We can't use elemental cast speed. We have no fire spells, lightning spells, or cold spells. We can't use any of that. I mean, I guess we're doing a fire smite build, but we're not, right? We're not doing a fire smite build. So we can't use that. But since it's part of a set and we're just essentially using a T7 Exalted, it would be better if we can seal that set affix on there and then put affixes we actually need, right? If we could do that, we'll get all the bonuses for having a set. We'll get all the attributes. We'll get all the resistances. We'll get the +1 to all skills. It so far feels all right. Now, what we can do with this build as well is turn around and build it like I did in Season 2 and see which one's better. But when I saw this ring, I was like, well, I already know I'm going to want the last bear set, and I'm going to want the last bear set, and then I'm also going to want the Forgotten Knight set. Let's try running just all sets. Now, some of these we don't really use, right? We're not going to be doing the necrotic pen with damned. We don't have necrotic. Obviously, we want to turn this into some sort of an exalted we can use. Maybe in the end, what we end up doing is just using the 2 sets we want, right? And then we use the 2 sets we want, and then we actually equip like uniques in those slots. So there's some testing we got to do with this. It's also, like I said, going to depend on how well you can craft some of these set items on there. It'd be best in most cases just to seal the affix and then move on. So we got to go take out Harton. All right, so what are you playing right now, Shiny? World of Warcraft? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I'm not going to be able to pick up all that. I'm going to pick up that. I think we're just going to have to move on. What's your thoughts on the last Epoch? What's my thoughts about last Epoch being acquired by Crafton? Mixed bag. Here, let me turn this down. So, here's my thoughts on last Epoch being acquired by Crafton. Judd has said it many times that it sounded like last Epoch was not in a good place. 11th Hour Games was not in a good place, and that their only options were, according to Judd, their only options were make a game for somebody else, be acquired by a different company that they didn't like, be acquired by Crafton, which they liked much better, go bankrupt. According to him, and he's the founder of 11th Hour Games, that was the only option. Now, of course, we didn't know any of this was going on with 11th Hour Games until they were acquired by Crafton. So it's like, okay, they were acquired by Crafton. Okay, well, you know, they know what they're doing, so hopefully that this is a good choice for them. And then obviously everything, it seemed like after they were acquired by Crafton, like all this stuff about Crafton started coming out. Obviously the Subnautica thing we already knew about. I didn't know a lot about it, but we already knew about it. So that was mildly concerning, but okay. And then Crafton made the announcement that they were going to be an AI first company. Like, oh, okay. And then yesterday they made the announcement that anybody who wanted to voluntarily resign could get up to like 36 months severance. That's huge, man. That's like 3 years. That's 3 years worth of pay. Now, I'm guessing that's for senior level positions, but that's 3 years to resign and go get a job somewhere else. I mean, and then I think this had nothing to do with it, but then Mike was sick yesterday. Now, I do think Mike was sick. I don't think he took that thing, that package. I don't know what the offer was for. I don't know if that offer was extended to their subsidiary companies. Crafton's a big company, so I don't know if the offer was extended to their subsidiary companies like 11th Hour Games, like PUBG, like Subnautica. You know, Crafton's not like three guys who work in an office somewhere and manage all these companies. It's a big company, so I don't know of the particulars. It's just the optics did not look great. Judd has said that they're hiring right now. So I think it will be good. It'll possibly be good. But here are my concerns right now, Shining. Here are my concerns about the whole matter. I feel like we got more communication back when they reset the cycle and said adios and rode off into the sunset. We got more communication and information about what was coming than we've been getting ever since they've been acquired by Crafton. I mean, if you exclude the communication we got if you exclude the communication about season 3, because obviously that was a lot of good communication, but I feel like ever since then the communication has not been that good, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's crafting, like going in there and putting a muzzle on everybody, but you can definitely tell Mike. I don't want to say Mike is in an awkward position, but you can tell Mike can't really say a lot, and sometimes it feels like even Mike himself is in the dark, like the whole roadmap thing. He was saying, I thought a roadmap was coming out by now. I don't know what's going on. So the communications kind of sucked. And I feel like morale among players is not that great right now because we don't know anything. We don't know where the game's headed. We don't know anything. Now, people in my Discord have theorized that the reason why Last Epoch isn't saying anything is because they're waiting for Path of Exile 2 to make their move, to solidify their date in December. I think the thinking is if Last Epoch comes out and makes a date, right? Hey guys, January 3rd. I'm throwing that out there. I have no idea. That, like, nothing. All right, just so we're clear. January 3rd, season 3, or season 4 of Last Epoch's coming out. And even though Path of Exile 2 has said multiple times early December, I guess the thinking is, well, we need some more time to polish. We're going to have to delay. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to have to... Oh, it's too close to Christmas. We're going to have to delay into January. And... Oh, guys, there's no other way. There's no other time frame. Everybody's back in the office. We launch on January 6th. Hey, what up, Omega Rose? Yeah, not gonna lie, if I were HD, I wouldn't announce shit until Path of Exile 2 locks in a date. And that's what people in my Discord are saying. And they're also theorizing the roadmap hasn't been released because it's gonna give away stuff for what's going on. So that's the current theory. I thought that was actually decent pushback, so I'm now passing that on. It's just right now, the lack of communication and then all this shit going on with crafting is not helping, right? So I already announced it yesterday. After I finish this build, I'm actually going to go play Path of Exile 2. Because they got that update coming out in December. I'm pretty sure, like, I've played Path of Exile 2 for a couple of hours. All right, so like I don't have a lot of experience with the game, so I decided I'm gonna go play Path of Exile 2, see if the game kind of suits my fancy. You know, like I was in like Act 2 of the campaign, right? You know, I haven't been to end game, I haven't done any of that. Play that, see if I like the game. If the game's feeling good to me, play the new update that comes out in December. And then hopefully by that point, we got some more information about what Last Epoch is doing. And then come back to Last Epoch all refreshed, ready to go. So that's my thoughts on what's going on with acquisition. I think it could quite possibly be a very good thing. We've just seen nothing. Because we already know Season 3 was already done, right? We already know Season 3 was already done. It was ready to be shipped. We don't know what kind of crafting money had anything to do with that. Do with the game. Because we already know that game was ready to go. We haven't seen potentially new hires, more dev time. Like we haven't seen any of that from the crafting money because Season 3 was pretty much done. We've just seen a whole lot of not so great, in my opinion, communication. I will say it does kind of feel like some Cloak and Dagger shit. I'm not gonna lie. It does feel like some Cloak and Dagger shit with Path of Exile 2. But at the same time, Path of Exile 2 has kind of like a not so great record. right? Ever since ever since they said they were gonna launch, like the same week, last Epoch was launching season 2. Like it has been, I don't know. Ever since they made that announcement, and then they announced season 3, and then last Epoch announced their season the next week. Not last Epoch. Path of Exile 2 said they were announced their season coming the week after. Now, from what, if I remember correctly, Grinding Gear Games did say that they were launching in August. Right? They did say they were launching in August. Hey, yo, what up, David? How's it going? Yeah, we're having a good night, brother. We're having a good night. Welcome on in. But they didn't have a hardline date. And then EHG announced season 3 of last Epoch, and then Path of Exile 2 launched their new update the week after last Epoch announced their update. I can, the more I've talked to other people, the more I can see, yeah, last Epoch just might not be saying anything until Path of Exile 2's new update comes out. And then once they know that for sure, announce something. I'm thinking January just because, you know, you got Christmas, you got the holidays. You don't want to be launching middle of December. Assuming Path of Exile 2 can launch their new season middle of December, early December. So if you launch like first or second week of January, boom, you got some prime real estate right there. Unless Path of Exile 1 releases an update in January as well, I don't know. Like Rax has said before, can we get a ceasefire, man? So hopefully that answers your question. Hey, what are you up to, David? What have you been playing, brother? I've been playing your Swordcatcher Arrive ever since you made it. Really? What do you think? Obviously, you've stuck with it, so I'm guessing you like it. Min-max to the moon, farming Uberoth. Wait. So with that build, you're killing Uber Aberoth? Bro, I'm glad to hear that. I theorized that build could kill Uber Aberoth. I just was like, I don't enjoy the fight, and I'm just like, I think it can. You dropped the Butcher's Crown for a Leonines? Oh, okay. So, if you don't mind me asking, are you using any of the, are you using any of the primordial uniques then? You got Frenzy with T7 Frenzy boots. Oh, okay, okay, I got you. What it can kill, it that is so awesome. Oh, yeah. What? It could kill it? That's so awesome. Yeah. I theorized it could, but I knew I would have to put a lot more time into that build. And I'm just like, moving on. Actually not using a primordial? Oh, okay. All right, I'll finish reading that in a second. But then we did not get a single. Did not get a single sword. With T7 slow. Incredible. All right, let's see what you said. You're not using a primordial at the moment. For Frenzy, I use T7 experimental aspect on boots and Annihilus, and then cycle between Evade and Void Cleave for primordial. I think my best bet would be the helmet slot, but you just don't have a good base to slam a T8 yet. Okay, I got what you mean, but inspiration came from you. Thank you, sir, for that. Hey, absolutely, bro. I really like the Sword Catcher Rive build. It was a good time. Yeah, because I guess your only other option would be to use the belt, but giving up Shatter Chain's just not worth. So yeah, that sounds good. Chance to chill. Dude, I keep getting chance to chill. Like, what the? Agreed, and I've heard the belt is bugged like crazy. Yeah, the belt, and then the belt also requires you to have potions on hand, and it's just, is it worth giving up Shattered Chains for? I don't think so. just take out Harden. Oh, we already did. Okay. You think T8 health would be best for the build? You know, when you mentioned T7, the T7 experimental frenzy, like that could be insane turning that into a T8. Do you think that would, do you think that like it's already hard enough to get, you know, any sort of exalt? Well, I mean, I suppose with Runes of Havoc, use Runes of Havoc to get the experimental aspect. Yeah, it's an affix. It's an affix. Yeah, you can turn it into a T8. Absolutely. Check it out in the planner, man. Like here, let's look at it together. Let me show you my window. Please pardon the ads. Oh yeah, sword catch arrived for the shield. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, but cool. Just a pair of any pair of basic boots, right? Primordial affix. Yeah, you can turn any of the experimental affixes into a. Look at that. Okay, you got to be careful with that, David. You got to be careful with that because it's a random. If you have two. Okay, David, you got to be careful. If you have two T7s, it chooses a random T7 to turn into a when you use the rune, it'll choose any T7. Promise I know. Okay. I just don't want you to get like a T8 vitality, which I guess would not be too bad. But probably ruined 20 boots because of that. Got it. Yeah. 90 to 100% increase of effective frenzy. Okay, let's remove that. Holy, that is insane. A T8? Bro, you might be onto something there, David. Because with the Butcher's Crown, you get up to what, 112? Yeah, because with the Butcher's Crown, you can get up to 112. So you can technically get some more. And you get the increased damage. That's whatever. But then you got to deal with this horrible mechanic of current health loss per second. It's cool you always have Frenzy, but you're always going to have Frenzy when you just use Void Cleave. Yeah, interesting. And if it lasts 6 seconds, plus you're using Sword Catcher, so you're always going to have the ability to... You're always going to have the ability to possibly gain Frenzy off of a parry. Yeah, you might be onto something there. All right. Let's go back to the Black Sun timeline. Let's go. Well, and then on top of that, you also get your on top of that, you get your whatchamacallit, you get Leonines with your critical strike reduction. Yeah. So, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of boots are you using right now? Are you using a unique pair of boots or just Exalted? Okay, you would lose Army of Skin. Army of Skin at the moment. You would also lose your more damage that you get on against high health targets. Okay. You would lose some melee attack speed. The more damage against high health targets, which I guess is only really bosses, maybe like the Uber Aberoths of the world. Yeah. See if there is a link. You posted in the Discord. What do you mean YouTube's not getting enough video? Not on my Discord? Okay, link in the description. Or assuming my bot's awake right now. Yo, bot, give him the Discord link. Thank you. Yeah, no, we got good connection. Like YouTube, you're just tripping. Dude, you got a triple exalted helmet, a double T7 Titan. Dude, like chat's got to see this. All right, so here's a build being submitted by David over on YouTube. This is the Swordcatcher Rive we did a few weeks ago. So, Mortal Vice, Shattered Worlds, Siphon of Anguish, Increase Health, Endurance Threshold, Red Ring of Atlaria, dude, these are some nutty looking boots right here. Holy. Then you got Nihilus. Yeah, man, looks like a pretty decent setup. Whole bunch of Vitality that way. Critical strike chance. Melee void and percent void. Double T7, double T7, double T7. Pretty good. Looks pretty nuts, man. Your relic sucks. Yeah, I was curious about the dexterity choice. I've been farming literally from the day you made the video. Ooh. Well, hello there. Can you become Champion Regalia? Baby. Yeah, I love it when viewers circle back around and like, yo, I used your build. Check this out, you know? I appreciate that, David. Thank you.
Down or die.
Hey, so David, have you done any other builds this season out of curiosity? Not necessarily my builds, but just like any other last Epoch builds?
Die.
Start with Rune Master Lightning Blast. Okay, that sounds like a good time. Liked it, but moved on at 600 corruption. Oh yeah, 600 corruption's very good. Did you feel like you were struggling at 600, or you're just kind of like, ah, that's it for me with this build? And Paladin, Warpath, Smite, same story, moved on at 600. Yeah, 600 is a really good benchmark. And took a break, and your video inspired me to jump back in, and you're currently at 1700 corruption. That's quite a jump. To be going up to 600 corruption and moving on, to then come back and go all the way to 1700 corruption, that's insane. So 3 builds this season, man. You've been blasting. Nope, not at all. Just got bored. Yeah, I got it. You also didn't know how to farm double T7. Yeah, farming double T7s. I mean, you got a couple different ways, but the most reliable way is to get a double T7 from the Nemesis. And believe me, I had to get reminded of doing that quite a number of times from Saphicus over on Twitch. I'd be like, wow, look at this drop we got. And then I'd start crafting on it. And then Saphicus would be like, what are you doing? Imprint it. I'm like, oh, yeah. I didn't even think about it. I actually had to set up a tab with imprinting items, you know, items for imprints. Yeah, it's like muscle memory. If you've been playing this game for a while, you're like, wow, this is so cool. Let me just start working on it. Yeah. So I had to set up this tab right over here. Now, I mean, super insane imprints. These are not necessarily super insane. A couple of them are. Like this one. This one's not too bad. A T7 and double T6. I feel like anything past, I feel like if it's double exalted, triple exalted, I feel like when you imprint it, you don't get a lot of drops. Personally, I feel like when I've imprinted double T7, I get way more of those drops. Yeah, do not touch. Like, I imprinted this and I got like a frick ton of double T7s, but then I imprinted something like this. Right, I imprinted something like this. Did not see a single thing, but we can try imprinting it. Because I actually do need some new. All right, guys. This is what we're calling a YOLO. Become Champions Regalia. I'm gonna get screwed, aren't I? Oh, I got screwed. I got screwed. Oh, man. Why did I do that? Man. Don't do that. Don't learn from my mistake, people. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, I really need a new set of armor after that. Oh, this would be nice. Yeah, that would this would be nice, Sam. Double T7. Oh. Like that was so bad. I'm just gonna try and craft some new ones. Like that was absolutely terrible. Like this is not bad. But I'd be losing a frick ton of health. How many sets am I running? I think I'm running. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, it's easier to tell this way. I'm running 5 sets. All because of this ring. Because we get all res, all attributes, and +1 to all skills per complete set. I'm starting to think though, yo, Super Noob, thank you for following over on Twitch. I'm starting to think though, that I should still use the ring, but I only use like 2 sets. Because some of these set bonuses don't actually help me. Right? Some of these set bonuses actually do not help. Honestly, this sounds kind of interesting. Let me see. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna run that for a little while. Okay, cool. I do have a couple T7 rank. I can also put those in there. Guess you can click on this. Oh no, you can't. Okay.
Stand down or die.
Okay, I got a question for you. What's your build philosophy regarding when a build is finished? For me, most of the time, it's when I hit Corruption 1000. Not always though. Not always though. Like, cause for me, if a build can hit 500 corruption, or do you build swap to build for the I build swap a lot for content creation. If I focused on one build and I played the absolute snot out of it, that would be fine. I would get a little bored with it. It particularly for my position, it helps to have multiple builds on there to try and suit different play styles. Also on actionrpg.com, I told Aaron that I could handle a number of Sentinel builds, so I think the goal for season 4 is that I'll be putting out at least 6 Sentinel builds. Try and have those ready to go, like when they announce patch notes and stuff. Yeah, so I think 1,000 corruption, at least 500 corruption, anywhere between 500 to 1,000 corruption. Because some builds just really struggle at 1,000 corruption, but they're really fun to play, and so you do like a nice 700 corruption, and you're just farming like crazy. That's fine too. Right. It's fun. It's fun to play, but for you, doing 300 corruption or maybe even 500 corruption is fine, and you still get to play that build, but still feel like you're doing something. Yeah. I'm not, and I just threw those numbers out there. I don't know what kind of corruption you're pushing with them. Oh, oops. Actually, I feel very strong. Oh, heck yeah. I don't need that. Now, let's see if we can turn this into a different kind of upgrading that health. Oh, yeah. Way better than turquoise. Oh, yeah. It would help if I spent my points that I... Leaving damage on the table like that. Not a good look. Oh, wait. That wasn't done? Oh, it was. Let's... Hey, what up, bro? Solo arc. Oh, what were you doing with the solo dolo life? Quests. Okay. Like, any advice on getting a 2 LP Shattered Chains belt so I can slam health and cleanse? It's eluded you for forever. Me too. Like, advice on target farming a 2 LP. Honestly, most of my 2 LP Shattered Chains have just been luck. Just me, just playing through the corruption, pushing. Try and fight Orbis further away from the point. You know, you have a chance of getting a Shattered Chains. If it's got 1 LP, turtle it. If it's got no LP, nemesis it and rinse and repeat and hope you get lucky, and then good luck with the slam. I think I've done 4 slams this season. I have not gotten a single cleanse in health. I mean, it's hard enough getting 4 2 LP chains of Shattered Chains, and then to hit the slam. I haven't hit it this season. You've gotten 1 and you missed the slam, yeah. Welcome to the club. Super important for the Uber fight. Cleanse, obviously, but it's a ton of health to miss out on when I swap it to a 1. Exactly. And it's basically not even worth it. It's basically not even worth it to run just cleanse. Right? So you always have to lock in the health, and then you hope for cleanse, and it's technically not bricked, but it's rough. Yeah, it's rough. That's what I thought. Huh. Sucks losing all the damage from Shatter Chains, though. I can run an Immolator's Belt sometimes since it has Cleanse built in. Yeah, but Immolators... I mean, at that point, I feel like you're just better off running an Exalted build. You know what I'm saying? Actually never thought of that. Yeah, at that point you're just better off running a an Exalted belt if you're gonna give up Shattered Chain. You could also try shooting for a Brewmaster's Buckle. Again, I don't think it's anywhere as good, but 2 LP is significantly more common, and you can farm it, right? You can farm it from the Woven Echo. Gives you vitality, endurance, and it's an okay defensive build. I mean, that's the true end game, but yeah, I get what you mean. Happy weekend. Hey, what's good, Savages? Yeah, it has some nice to haves. Got my last field day in this year next week, just paperwork in office and then vacation time. Awesome, Saf. Where are you going to be playing? Which Woven Echo? I think it's the Grand Brewery. I can look it up for you after I get through. I got the yawnies all of a sudden. Today was 16 degrees Fahrenheit. Holy moly, that is chilly. And was snowing. Yeah, at 16 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that sounds about right. So what could you even do? Yeah, that sounds right. Thanks. Oh, okay. Glad to hear it, David. So, Saf, what can you do? Oh, Last Bears. It's a prefix. Oh well, great. Okay, out of curiosity. Can we turn this into a Champion's Regalia? Yeah. I mean, that was kind of a cool craft, though. Yeah, I just had my first 2 LP World Splitter drop. Congratulations, David. What do you mean? What can I do? Yeah, like that's what I was wondering. Like what did you do? What could you do? Like, did you just play video games, or like did you just have to sit there on the clock essentially? Like you're on the clock, right? You have to just sit there and act like you're busy, or is it just, nah, man, there's nothing you can do? Hey, wait, if I'm not mistaken, I think you said that you're salaried, so I guess it doesn't matter. No work was available for you. All right, ball pit, let's go. Yeah, that's a short version. Yeah, all you can do is paperwork. So what does paperwork look like? Just like reports? Yeah. Right, yeah, it doesn't make sense to like go into an office just to fill that out, especially if you can do it from your house. So what are you gonna, if you don't mind me asking, what are you gonna be playing? Are you gonna like take a vacation? Are you gonna like leave the area, get out of the snow, or are you gonna be playing some games with your time off, Savicus?
Choice of it.
Suppose I could buy one of these. Hey, Bike, been a bit. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Hey, yo, what's good, Oravax? Hopefully you're having a good one. It was good seeing you in Dentist. That's a mouthful. In our friends chat yesterday. There we go. Oh my gosh. In the dentist's. What's the plural there? Oh yeah, I'm going home to family, not going to stay in Sweden for winter after holidays will come back. Yeah, that makes sense, Saf. Stay in Sweden for the winter. Yeah. A prime destination. It was good seeing you and our friend the dentist chat. There we go. Then the slobs issue. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Streamlabs OBS issue. Yeah, well, ever since I switched to OBS Studio, and I've been using Restream instead of the Streamlabs Ultra. But I still have my Streamlabs Ultra subscription for other stuff. What I should do is maybe try and do a small test stream. See how it looks, because you can use the Streamlabs extension in Streamlabs, in OBS Studio, and try the multi-streaming. If it still sucks, then I know it's all Streamlabs Ultra, and I'm probably gonna have to cancel that subscription, which sucks because there's a number of tools that I use. I'm not paying for it. The main reason why I got it was the multi-streaming. Also, I mean, let's be real. Restream's been going well, and it's pretty much free if you're just streaming to 2 platforms. And then there's also, I've been looking into it. Yeah, I've been looking into doing 2 streams just from my computer, and apparently it's not that intensive. There's a plugin that you get, and it'll mirror one stream for you. So it's basically like Restream without Restream, or Streamlabs Ultra, or anything. I might look into that. That way, I'm not like beholden to a service. Shoveling 20 inches of snow just to go to the store. My kind of Swedish vacation. Right. That's why I live in California, Saf. That way I can, you know, experience everybody else's winter from the comfort of my television. I look outside and it's, you know, during the winter, it might be 45 degrees. Frigid. Absolutely frigid. Might have to put the t-shirt back on, dude. It's so cold. I mean, we'll have our moments out here. We'll have our moments. Sometimes it'll drop. Like the temperature will drop. But like I think the coldest I've ever experienced out here was like 29 or maybe 28 degrees, and that's not that bad, but also that's kind of like a freak for out here. That's kind of like a freak winter's morning. Now there'll be several mornings where I'll get up and it'll be like 36 degrees during the winter. Like I'll have to scrape like a thin layer of ice off my windshield, but I mean that's, you know, not that bad. Coldest here that you've ever experienced is 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, exactly. Minus 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Exactly. Well, yeah, let me see. I was trying to look up what the coldest day out here has ever been, and they just said it rarely drops below 37 in the. Like, yes, this is true, but what's the coldest day? I'm sure that information's out there. How's the season 4 looking, or no news yet? Short story, no news whatsoever. That's kind of been a talking point. I know you've been really busy with work, but you know, Krafton, the company that acquired 11th Hour Games, you know, last Epoch, they've been doing all this talk about AI first, and I think yesterday they announced that they were taking voluntary resignations and giving like hefty, you know, payouts or severance packages. I only saw the AI first stuff. Yeah. So yesterday they announced that. I don't think this had anything to do with it. I think Mike was actually sick, but on the same day, Mike said he wasn't streaming, or somebody made the announcement that Mike wasn't streaming because he was sick. You know, the Friday dev streams. So on the day that they announced voluntary resignations, The guy who does the weekly dev streams calls out sick. I don't think that had anything to do with it. Judd reassured everybody. He's like, guys, we're hiring. And Crafton is a big company. Right. Crafton is a big company that they're probably just talking about the publishing arm of the company. I doubt they're talking about their subsidiaries. But of course, that got everybody talking. Yeah. Next week, AI Mike on stream. So, honestly, in my Discord, a lot of people have been saying that. Not a lot of people. I've been getting some feedback from people theorizing that EHG is not saying anything about next season until Path of Exile 2's update launches. Not announced, launches, because it's been announced for early December. They're waiting it to actually launch. That way Path of Exile doesn't, accidentally, or oops, we need more time to polish. Oh, look at that. We're too close to Christmas. I guess we have to push it into January, because that's where many people are theorizing that. That's where many people are theorizing Last Epoch's next season will launch. Is in January, but we don't know. There's a guy looting around the hatch. I assumed before he took it, so I shot him. He panic extracted. I didn't have to use my key. There you go. I read something like that. It's like jobs that aren't like that important. Most likely it's data entry jobs. Oh, like jobs that they're looking for? Yeah. Judd said the jobs they're looking for is like creative director, stuff like that. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with the future of Last Epoch. I would like to have a roadmap, but again, many people theorize that the roadmap is tied to season 4, so they're waiting for that announcement. I decided I'm just going to go play Path of Exile 2 for a little while until we get more information on Last Epoch. So this is going to be my last Epoch build for the time being. I'll go play Path of Exile 2. I'll see if the game suits my fancy, and if it does, then I'm getting some experience in for that update that's supposedly coming out in December. And then after that, hopefully we get some more information on Last Epoch and what the future holds. Because I would like some more information. Because, like I get it, they're being tight-lipped. They don't want to say too much, but it's. I would like some more direction out there. I feel like all we keep hearing about is crafting this, crafting that. I burned out in season 2. But you played in season 3 though, right, Saf? I mean, I get it. You did like the one build in season 3. It was the what was the name of the... Wait, what happened to the... Oh, he's right there. You only did like the reflect build though, right? You had 4 characters. Oh, only 4 characters. I got you. Okay. That's still pretty good. Shatter Strike, VK Cleave, Reflect Spriggan, and Squirrels. Hey, Squirrels was a good time. Oh, yo, Saphicus, thank you for the sub over on Twitch. Thank you for 8 months, bro. Appreciate it. I can thank Path of Exile 2, 0.2.0. Oh, is that how you found me, Savicus? That patch sucked, so you decided to go play last Epoch and you stumbled. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That was roughly 8 months ago. Are you gonna check out the new Path of Exile patch in December, supposedly? Good. Let's see. Yeah, I went into Path of Exile 2, got an itch for ARPGs, but the patch was so bad. Went back to LE, found your build on YouTube, then came over to Twitch. Yo, much love. Yeah, it's gonna be definitely a new experience for me playing Path of Exile 2. So I think my main issue before was just like the server instabilities, and I think they got that. I think they got that all fixed. I think I'll stick to LE. I know more. I know how it goes for me with free to play games. It's just too expensive in the end. Yeah, that quite possibly could happen as well. Like, I'm willing to buy some stash tabs, but if it becomes all about like XP boosters and shit, like, I don't think that's the case, but yeah. For me personally. There's just gonna be one night with whiskey, a cool skin shows up. All right. Okay, cool. Oh. Oh, there we go.
Stand down or die.
Anyone else out there have a wife who wasn't excited for you when you finally killed Uber Aberoth through your melee build? So I only killed Uber Aberoth once, and that was last season. I think my wife said that's great. Like she didn't fully understand the situation, but she was like happy for me because I was happy type thing. But at the moment, Soulstone Survivors is taking my time, and there's quite a bit of skills that are like LE. Really? Okay. I thought about checking out Ball Pit personally. For me, for myself personally. Also, I mean, Death Must Die. That got an update back in April. I still haven't played. I should actually probably look into that. Ball pit was amazing. I completed it 100%. Everything in game, $15 for 110 hours. Hell yeah. Oh, let's go back over here. Yeah, yeah. Like, it looks really good. Like, I want to check it out. Kind of getting a feel that all these new roguelites popped up because Balatro was so successful. Well, I mean, Balatro was successful for sure. Yeah, yeah, 100%. But I feel like I haven't played Ball Pit. I'll check it out. But I felt like Vampire Survivors kind of kicked off a lot of those, like, you know, fight a whole bunch of waves of enemies and last 30 minutes. Like, I hail to the chief right there. Now, like the unique ones, yeah, for sure, Balatro probably has something to do with it. Talking about an amazing game. I'm also kind of looking at trying out Hades next when I'm tired of these things that you're currently playing. Hades is a great game. Hades 1 and 2, both great. Rogues are a blast. I have almost 150. They're just so, you know, just pick them up and play whenever you feel like it. Yeah, like any type of game.
Eyes grace you. How may I aid you, traveler?
Some guy ran up on you while you're looting with a Stitcher and you almost got him. What were you using? The Venator? The Venator. Please. No. Oh, you had a Renegade. If you had a Venator, he would be dead. No. Please just go away. That's a lot. Orvax, do you play Arc Raiders? No, you're not a PvP type of person. That's valid. It's like one of those things you always have to be prepared for, but I've had so many just like, hey, yo, just doing a quest, just looting, just passing through, friendly, you know. I've had so many positive interactions, but, you know, there have been a few just start shooting. I, unfortunately, did that the other day. My buddy was calling in an extraction. I was, looking at the stairs. We're in Buried City. I got my gun out. I'm, just watching. And the train's coming in. I'm watching, and I see one guy just run around the corner. No hesitation. I think he was a friendly wanting to extract, but he said nothing. He just ran around the corner, and I didn't even give him a chance. I didn't even say anything. I just started shooting. I mean, because homie didn't roll up going, hey, yo, friendly. Now, maybe I should have held off for a moment, maybe fired a couple shots and been like, yo, you just trying to extract, but he came around the corner just running, and I just blasted him, and then he had a buddy who was shooting, and then they all start shooting at me. I start shooting back. My buddy, he's like, what's going on over there? He comes over. We all just start blasting it. Before you know it, they're both dead. And they're both on the ground. And one of them actually, he said over the comm, GG, guys. And then I'm like, I don't know, man. I think they were just, and then we looked, they were like, they didn't have that much on them. I'm like, yeah, that was kind of pointless. Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
Stand down or die.
You just got to empowered officially on your Reflect Druid yesterday. And now all you got to do is kill the Abomination and its Harbinger. And I guess you're ready for Avaroth? Heck yeah, well done, Orvax. Oh no. Get wrecked, kid! Well, you got all the other empowered bosses to do. Oh, you're level 86. Oh, got it. How are you liking the Reflect play style? Orvax. Suck break, kid. I love it 100%. Bad Dennis and a PSA, they think it's going to be nerfed come season 4, and I hope they don't nerf it too much. Oh, they're definitely going to nerf it. To what degree, I don't know. I think the biggest thing about it that's going to get nerfed is going to be the idols. Because the idols give you flat damage. I honestly think Savicus said it first, but I 100% agree. I think they forgot that they have idols with flat damage on it. Flat reflect damage. Now, if that's the only adjustment they got to do, and then otherwise it's fine, I don't know if you remove those idols or nerf the damage of the idols, but I think that's step one. But also going back to what you're saying, Orvax, I hope they don't just absolutely neuter it. Idols make chess piece usable on everyone, right? And then there's just some classes that can take it to the extreme, right? The Druid and the Paladin. Or I guess Primalist and Sentinel. It doesn't have to be Paladin. Because I guess you could do like what? Reflect Forge Guard? Right? Reflect Forge Guard using Rebuke. Hit me, bro. Because it's kind of built into Forge Guard. Look. Every time you get hit, you gain a stack of Stalwart. You get hit, you gain armor. You get hit, you know? Hit me. Hit me. Hey, what up, 7%er on YouTube? How's it going, bro? Welcome on. Welcome on in. How's this build going? Build's going all right. It's got a lot of room to grow. We're at what, 700 corruption? Good, man. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing very well, 7%. It's got a lot of room to grow, if that makes sense. If they would only make Rebuke and Spriggan viable, it's all good. I just don't want to see mages and rogues with Reflect. Oh, I got you. Like, buff the skills, nerf the idols. I think is what you're saying, Saf. No, just nerf idols. Yeah, so my gear is not even really that good. All right, the entire philosophy of the build is this ring, trying to get as many sets as possible. We have 5 sets. I think that's the max you can get on the ring. So with that, we got the +4 attributes per set, the +4 resistances per set, and the +1 all skills per set. I think where I'm at right now with the build, I don't know if it's benefiting me to have this many sets, because some of these sets do nothing for the build, right? So like Last Bears is very good. It helps the build out a lot. The Forgotten Knight set is very good. It helps out the build a lot. But the Invokers set specifically, not so much. The Isidoras, not so much. The Halvar's Pledge, not so much. Right? So I might retool the build. Also on top of it, I don't have that you gotta craft all this, right? I don't have that grade of gear. It's doing 700 corruption, so maybe I am doing something right, and I just need to craft better exalteds, because some of these are just absolute trash. Well, not trash, but not that great. Right? Like this one's okay. The idea would be to seal each affix, each set affix, and then you have 4 affixes of just prime real estate. And I don't have that with this build. Like, seal this affix and then have double health. I mean, that's good, right? And then you can take your damage over time, your Caspi, whatever you're looking for. Pair of boots like this. Seal the affix, which I did. Movement speed, vitality, double health. Relic. Right? You see where I'm going with that? Now, what I might end up doing is just keeping the 2 sets, just keeping Defiance of the Forgotten Knight and the and this particular set, the Last Bear set. Use the ring, right? Use the ring to complete it, and then take like uniques or whatever else. So. Oh, it was the last one. Oops. Hey, what's good, Afia? How you doing? Just make them class specific. What, the idols? Yeah, nerf regular ones and give some reflect for Druid Sentinel. Think that would probably be fine. Drew won't use them, I think. At least I stack enough from just casting shield. Do you not use reflect idols then? They help, not for my build. They were missing the part that was, they weren't the part that was missing. Yeah, with EHG dropping the ball, I'm glad I'm not a big ARPG fan. Wait, are you like the real Brow? Oh, let me check. Okay, yeah, you are the real Brow. Wanted to make sure. Yeah, EHG. Yeah, it's pretty much dropped. One thing I haven't checked, reflect rogue with CDR stacking, so you're just shifting around and abusing immunity. It's always been a genre I play every couple times a year. I mean, you know what? To be true, Brow, I don't think I've ever seen you talk about any other ARPG, just last Epoch. I haven't played an RPG as much as LE for my D2, from your Diablo 2 days. Yeah, so Afia, I'm actually going to go over to Path of Exile 2 for a little while. Because we don't know what's going on with last Epoch. Many people in the community are theorizing that EHG's holding off until Path of Exile 2's new league actually launches, and then they'll say something that way Path of GGG can't say, oh oops, we need to delay our update for polish. So I mean, I guess that makes sense, but if that's the case, I might as well just go play something else for a little while. You know, a nice little refresh. I always wanted to go back to Path of Exile 2 and try it out after it had a couple more updates. Main genres are shooters and RPGs. You know what? This is very true. You also used to play a lot of MOBA. I did as well. I used to play a lot of League of Legends. Lot of League. I used to play a lot of League. Insane amount of League. I like a lot of rogues. I don't play as many RPGs anymore. You're an ADC main. I was a support main for a while. I like playing top. Yeah, mostly just supporting top. PoE 2 was fun. You did the campaign this season. Jungle top for you as well, Savicus. Yeah, my brother plays a ton of jungle. Like he's been doing other stuff, but he had actually put League down for a while, but he's been playing it again recently. You like CRPGs like Pillars of Eternity, Wasteland 3, Baldur's Gate 3. Those are fun. Those are fun. Rogue Trader, yeah. Jungle top. Yeah, Cricky. So I'm looking forward to trying out the game. I actually want to complete the campaign. And then if the game's suiting my fancy, I'm ready for the next update. Then I'm ready to, play whatever they release in December. Quit League when they killed APE in season 3 or 4. Yeah, I think that was like season 4. Man, you quit a while ago. Played Dota 2 a lot back in the day, mostly support. Completing the PoE 2 campaign takes more time than you dedicate to a season. That's fair. That's valid. Oh, I got time right now. Well, I got time when I stream. I did play a little bit of League way back when, maybe around 2011 or so. That's before I ever found League. I played Defense of the Ancients, the mod on Warcraft 3. Somebody hooked me up with a cracked copy of Warcraft 3. I was really into it when it came out. I was in Master in Season 3. Ooh, you were in Master. Season 3 is when I started playing League, and I played it pretty solid. Frick ton Season 3, even more in Season 4. Season 5, I played it generously. Season 6, I started falling off. I don't think I even played in Season 7. I've honestly been playing extraction shooters, Arc, Zero, Duck Off, Witchfire. Witchfire's art. Witchfire's literally art. I did play a lot of custom games when Warcraft 3 was never much of a fan of Dota. Bots were freaking insane. See, that's what was happening to me, man. The bots in Dota were so insane in the membrane. Like, literally, I think, like, because, of course, we all sucked. But so we all had a copy of Warcraft 3. Like I said, we were given a cracked copy with the mod. And we were all poor. We couldn't buy anything anyway. We all had laptops. So there was like 5 of us chilling in a house, me and some friends. And we set up a virtual LAN. And it was like all 5 of us against like 2 bots. And we got mopped. Of course, we sucked. We knew nothing about Dota. And then after that, somebody was like, oh, yeah, there's this game. It's new. It's called League of Legends. It kind of, they based it off of Dota. Oh. And then we went and checked out League of Legends. I love playing the RPG maps, and Warcraft 3 was fun to play LAN. Yeah. Warcraft 3 Warcraft 3 maps were a vibe. Also, the fact that pings were higher, so bots with their instant reaction speed were crazy. Hey, yo, what's good, Blue Beyond? I should really give Voin a chance. What is Voin? Extraction first-person ARPG. Orvax coming in with 100 bits. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Ugh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sent me the Steam link? Okay. No, please. Alright. Oh yeah, it looks pretty good. First person action RPG. Cleave through hordes of enemies in fast-paced combat, explore dark fantasy, discover powerful gear and weapons, and face menacing bosses. And try and get out. Similar to games you play, Witchfire and Vampire Survivor. Brown, yeah, it looks interesting. Picked up 100 shards. Yeah, okay. Sealed affix. Oh, excellent. Levels of hammer throw don't need it. We could go strength, but honestly, we did. Not gonna lie, it looks like a Skyrim mod. Well, I'm enjoying a Ragnarok Online inspired MMORPG that's also being made by a single dev. Wait. A single dev is making an MMORPG? How are they able to keep track of all that? But like account information? Like he has a server stack? Like what? Like holy. It's not even in early access. So is it like in a closed beta and you were able to get access to it? Last, it was a single dev in Skyrim, was an inspiration, looks good. Playtest on Steam. Oh, okay. You know what? Maybe he's getting some back-end help from Steam. You know, maybe he's got like some sort of. You know what? I'm not gonna knock it. What's it called, Afia? Let's look this up. What's it called?
Descend into a fast.
Spirit Veil. Wait, you're streaming that today? A class-based action MMO inspired by classic RPGs. You know what? RO was a lot of fun. What's RO? Ragnarok Online. Okay. Oh. Invokers. Okay, cool. So I gotta get lucky with this. Seal. Remove it. Might as well use it. What were we getting out of here? Literally nothing for our build. Excellent. Spirit Veil looks fun. You know what? I didn't finish my thought here because I got distracted. You know, huge surprise. Anyway, RuneScape. That was like what? 2 guys? One guy, and then his brother got in on the action. And I think the whole, like, then like, they were able to take it from there. So, yeah, especially with the technology they got today, I'm sure they're able to handle something like that. Oops. Fun to see what the dev comes up with. Definitely cool when people pull stuff like that off solo. Yeah. Yeah, it's surprising how much content that game already has. I'd say if you're a fan of regular... Yeah, I never heard of Ragnarok Online until you mentioned it. Oh, yeah, it's true. All of these are going to pop up. Because they all give damage reduction over time. Oh, Dave, no. Yeah, the chat started calling those bricks with bike. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dave. For people on Twitch, Dave failed a T7 health and cleanse slam onto a shattered chain. I'm assuming shattered chains. This has been slams with Dave and bike. T7 health and failed cleanse. Oh. Sorry, Dave. Over on YouTube. How many bricks am I up to? So, on Brewmaster, still, a brick's a brick, especially Brewmaster. I failed a ton of Brewmasters this season as well. Brewmaster doesn't hurt as much just because you know where to get them, right? You can go do the Woven Echo. Shatter Chains hurts. Wow, talk about a quick turnaround. Talk about a quick turnaround. And with that, this has been Slams with Dave. Thank you. Copyright pending. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. In case Twitch doesn't know what I'm talking about, Dave just got it on his second attempt. He failed the first one, got it on the second attempt. He got cleansing health onto a brewmaster's belt. Make a YouTube show. And slams with Dave. People are gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't know your name was Dave." I mean, it's gonna confuse so many people. Be like, "This has been Slams with Dave." Like, really? Your name's Dave? Dude, I still got like a ton of people who think my name is Mike. Because I'll be like, "Hey guys, Bike here." But they think I'm just like speaking with like some sort of accent or something. They'll be like, "Oh, hey, what's good, Mike?" I'm like, no, my name's Peter, right? But, you know, like, I always thought your name was Mike. All right, well, hey, how's it going, Dave? I'm like, I'm not Dave. I'm not Dave. I'm not Mike. Those are not bad names. Don't get me wrong. Yo, so Blue, what have you been playing? What have you been up to, man? Or have you just been working? Two jobs is a time sink, right? Val when I'm free. What's Val? Valorant? Bill looks good. Valorant? Okay. Yeah, we're using the ring. We're using the ring, so we got 5 sets right now. Of course, all those sets that I'm using, only 2 are actually giving me stat boosts. The other 3 sets do nothing. Yeah, this is the cook. I mean, but I get why you're using immolators, Dave. Like I get why you were using it, because it's already got cleanse built in. Like, I get it. You're like, yeah. Brewmasters is way better than immolators for a Void Knight Rive build. Yeah, Blue, this is the cook. And like, my gear is not that good. Like, this is pathetic. Right? The hardest part is actually getting good crafted pieces of gear now. So I think what I'm at now, Blue, is I gotta decide if I want to stick to the 5 set ideal or keep the ring, do 2 sets, right? Do 2 sets and then fill in the blanks with best in slot uniques, right? So we use the ring to complete 2 of the sets, Last Bears and Forgotten Night set, and then we fill in the blanks with the best in slot uniques. Like, you know, maybe use Hold up. I know this is going to be kind of boring here for a second, but my block cap, no. How's it scale damage? Hammer throw scales with strength. So that strength will get applied to the dots it imparts. And then on top of it, we gain endurance threshold per strength. So it's defensive and damage. I'm 81% block chance. Spell scaling? No, like it. I mean, in a sense, yeah. So vitality would increase the damage. Vitality, well, I don't know if vitality would, because vitality would just increase the flat spell damage. If it gets a percent increase, it'll impart that damage over. I can use the set amulet instead. Honestly, the only reason why I was using the shield itself is because we get the increased void damage, but we also get the chance to inflict time rod on hit. So that 27%, what does that become? You times it by 2. 25 would become 50. So what is that? 54? That's 54% more damage. That chance to inflict time rod, that's 54% more damage with time rod. Because of the way the time rod scaling works. We go back over here, time rod damage per 1%, time rod chance with void skills 2%. Is it worth sacrificing the damage? Because, like, yeah, obviously we're at. Wait. Because I swapped something. I mean, possibly not. Like I'm just rethinking the whole thing. Like, let's go over to I don't think I have any iron glass shields. Oh, I do. Not any good iron glass shields. No, that one's not that good. So what? We get 28% block chance and then 21% block chance added on top of it. Whereas if we get an iron glass, I feel like we're missing something. I feel like my block chance should be higher. I got the 3. I got the 1. I got the 3. Okay, yeah. There's my block chance, and then 3% block chance per sigil. We got 5 sigils, so that's 15%. Yeah, but we could just use a regular shield. And then what I was thinking for the amulet, because if we go look at this, let's choose something as an example. Hold up. Okay, let's go down. We're not crafting on this, all right? Because it's a prefix. So, Locket of the Forgotten Knight, right? Chance to inflict time rod on hit. It might actually be worth it to us to use Locket of the Forgotten Knight, craft it onto an Exalted, and then am I thinking? And then turn it into a T7 with Rune of Havoc. Because what is T7? Okay, T7 would literally be 28% chance to apply time rod on hit. That's kind of nutty. Can you also do it as a primordial? Wait, can you make it like a T8? Obviously, there. Yes, you can. 56% chance. I don't think that's worth. You have ring? No, that's what I'm thinking, though. That's what I'm thinking. Do I just give up trying to run 5 sets? What is the Cynthia set? Hey, what's good, YouTube? Thank you for the likes. Those are all awful. All right, let's keep going. I do think running the VK set Ami is a good idea when you can replace sword for something else. Yeah, I mean, I would have to give up that, but sword, I think we're gonna want to run an exalted anyway, just for the slow chance. Go to bed. Run Shattered Lance. No, I'm maxed out on sets, but okay. What does Shattered Lance do? That's okay. Shattered Lance is relic, and what else? Weapon. Bike. You're a genius. Why? Thank you. The Fairboar ring. Well, I'm running invokers. So I got 5 sets at the moment. The belt's a set. Like everything except this is a set. I think that's the max amount of sets you can get. You can replace invokers. Does Fairboar also have? Okay. Okay, let me see if I could track with what you're saying. Fairboar is an axe, right? Fairboar's a 2-piece set. What does the Fairboar ring do? I gotta look that up. Like, what would the set affix look like? Okay, I mean, it's not like Invokers is doing anything for me either. It's not like, oh no. So that bring me up to 6 sets. It's an idea. Okay. All right, yeah, we'll add that to the list. Yeah. Now I see where you're going with that. That'll maximize. All right, so let's pull up the build. Okay, so okay, cool. Oh yeah, okay, cool. We're still getting the 2-set bonus. Okay. So set. All right, and then we run Ferrobors. Set, yeah, Ferrobors is valid. Yeah, I got +5 to all attribute, all res. How would I choose that? We need endurance, dumbass. Oh, I'm a massive idiot! I didn't even consult my own. Oh my god! Now, for this one, we're gonna want last bears. And for this one, we're gonna want okay, so we got Isidora's, we got Last Bears, so we can actually gain the benefit of endurance threshold of health regen per point of strength. Yeah. I mean, let's see. Pebbles would actually give us cold resistance, though. Xerix would give us leech rate. Honestly, no, it was the relic slot that was messing with me. Because we could either do Shattered Lance, Pebbles, or this. What if we did Pebbles, though? Hold up. Pebbles. Okay, wait. So we do. We're getting Isidora's this way. Let's keep it. Okay. Would be belt plus relic. Okay, yeah. We'd have to give up Isidora's, but. All right. Migrate it over. What do you mean? Ah. Is the way to get max sets. Frick. Oh. Yeah. If we swap relic, we lose Halvar's. Lich. We're definitely gonna want Last Bear. Oh, interesting. So I decided to take Smite instead of. I mean, what's the one thing we're getting out of Smite? We're getting. No, I'd rather. No, I think the. I think the truth. I think Abyssal Echoes has been the truth here. Because of this. Bam. We got 2 extra points. Boom. There you go. This was set up correctly. Extra points go there. The extra points we have goes right there. Extra point goes right there. Blessings. Gonna want endurance. Boom. There we go. Save. Update. Boom. That is the build. Okay, cool. All right, let's keep rolling. Where did I get this? Yeah, so let's edit. So we're dropping Invoker. Keeping Isadora, but we don't, well, might as well just look for the gloves anyway. Want Halvars, yeah. Rain, we're gonna be looking for Ferribors. Get rid of Invokers. Yeah, we want that. That means we got to go over here to Stolen Lance. That's why I lost. Right. No. Yeah, no. I in the planner, I had the block relic. To cap block, yeah. So Iron Glass Shield. It's gonna really depend if it's worth it to give up the damage. But block relic, rain, iron glass set. At the end of the day, survivability might be the answer. You don't want to take one hit and then not have it blocked. Okay, let's kick this dude out. Right, but the idea is now that we're gonna drop Invokers, we can run both the shield and the amulet. We're actually gonna increase damage. All because you recommended Ferribors, a set that I forgot existed. Boom. All right. Rinse and repeat, chat. It is called the rinse and repeat.
Come for the lance, have you?
Yeah, I know they said this is a new voice actor. Why did they get rid of the old one? This guy sounds kind of like a fruit. Like a cross between a fruit and a goat. You'll die trying. Oh no. The other guy kind of sounded like a tough guy. Come for the lands, have you? You'll die trying. Sleepy time for you? Bro, like the sun is probably rising where you're at, Afia. Catch you later, bro. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the suggestions. I appreciate it. Not yet. It's winter after all. Kappa. Yeah. See ya. Catch you later, Blue Beyond. You're like, not me. I'm not going anywhere. Well, you don't sound like that. So. Homie got shreked. Anyway, here's why I said I was an idiot earlier. And you can all revel in me being an idiot. I didn't change my blessings. So, I'm using health. Health is fine. But honestly, it's like I forgot void damage was a thing. Yeah, I'd rather use void damage than health. And then this right here is the creme de la creme of I was an idiot, I'm sorry. I left 95% slow chance sitting on the table. In case you don't understand what that means, that's 95% more damage. More damage with Time Rod. Okay, let's break down what I need. I need those. Okay, now I need necrotic resistance. Necrotic's taken care of. Now I need physical. All right. Now let's try this.
Stand down.
Man, those two blessing changes, very impactful. Like, the build's just feeling better and better. Like I'm telling you, Blue Beyond, when I put this together the first time, and I was able, like the very first time, and I only had a few pieces of gear, it felt like dog shit. Right? Now, even with not the greatest pieces of gear, it's starting to feel better. It's definitely starting to feel better. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here for tonight. I didn't even realize what time it was. I just been streaming. Going to go ahead and raid friend of the channel, Bad Dentist. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I'll be back on Monday, schedule permitting. So, yeah, I'm going to send you over towards Bad Dentist. He is playing a Forge Guard right now, and let's see what he's up to. Anyway, you guys take care. Let me see what you're saying real quick before we get out of here. Yeah, the blessings go crazy. Yeah. See you later, Blue Beyond. Appreciate it. Let's go back over here and hit this button. All right, YouTube. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Dave, if you're still here, bro, thank you so much for hanging out with me for most of the night, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one, which will be on Monday. Anyway, you guys take care. Peace out.